you doing? Trying to get double live stream going up now. There's one. Okay, got double live going. See if anybody hops on here. What's up, YouTube? How you doing? I'll give it a few minutes. I don't like that light on. It's too bright. So both my notifications went out. It looks like it anyway. I mean, I don't know how far they went out. Maybe like 3 people got it. Damn near 1,000 subscribers, and I get maybe 5, 6 people get notifications. What the fuck's up with that? I'm asking everybody, and they're like, no, I didn't see it. Hopefully they went out. I mean, I saw them come up through mine. So we'll wait and see. Wanted to talk about all this shit. Yeah. Charlie Kirk assassination, and about homeless people disappearing right off the streets down in Austin. Okay, there's a message from Tammy. Cool. Wait a minute, what happened there? What the? That's weird. Yeah, so anyway, a lot of fucked up shit going on. I'm gonna wait. I don't want to say anything until we get some people on here. Hey, what's up, Tammy? How you doing? Yeah, just wanted to go live. Seeing all this crazy shit about Charlie Kirk and a lot of other crazy stuff in the news the last 24 hours, 48 hours. And I'll tell you what. Yeah, I just wanted to fucking say some things because it's crazy. And not enough people speak up about anything anymore. They just sit here and let it all happen. Here's the deal. First things first, the FBI, what's it say? Watching it. What's this? I'm not watching anything about it. Okay. I keep saying, you can't even turn on the YouTube without seeing something about it. Well, here's what pisses me off is that at work today, well, he's not even a young guy. He's in his mid-30s and total liberal, totally fucking acting like, no big deal. Guy got shot and that like he deserved it and everything. I got a problem with that. If you disagree with somebody, that ain't grounds to go murder them and shit. What kind of sick fucking culture? What's happened to our people today? Humanity. It's really fucking sick. Anyway, I heard something that was disturbing. What'd you say? Exactly. That's why I've been doing yard. Yeah, it's out of control. It's pissing me off the more I see it. You realize that was a professional hit. Oh, by the way, Monograph was on yesterday, and he said they already know who did it and everything. He said that last night. He was absolutely 110% right. He was talking about Echelon, and I remember hearing about that, but I heard about out of a book. It's a real deal, but it was a book Pat Robertson had wrote. He mentioned about it back in the day. That was just saying, yeah, now he's a white supremacist. Who was? And that's the college kids getting hell bent and pissed off at him because they can't win an argument with him. They have no common sense. They're not. They base nothing on what they say. All their shit is from communist professors filling their heads with garbage, and that's why they get pissed off, because he had logic on his side and truth and honesty. You know, it's crazy. Yeah, Monty nailed that. And you know something? They can do that whenever they want. Probably follow. They could have got Trump's. The guy to try to whack Trump back last year. Why it was like they could have done the same damn thing and tracked him right back. All those, anybody that's doing anything, if you rob a fucking bank today, they could probably, if they wanted to, find you real quick. That's what was it. He was a dad. Exactly. Yep. And these liberals are laughing about it. I think it was MSNBC. Wait a minute. It wasn't MSNBC. It was another liberal. I can't remember who it was. Maybe MS. Wait a minute. It wasn't CNN. Somebody said something, got fired for it because it was way over the top, acting like he deserved it and all this shit. And you do realize it was a professional hit. He was told, that guy had been told, make sure that guy never talks again. So he shot him right in the throat and he hit him dead on. Took out his jugular vein, by the sounds of it. Was just, he stalks. Exactly. You're right, Tammy. Yep. But there was something else I was about to talk about there that Monty said. I hope it comes back to me because it's a good point. Just the fact that they shot him in the neck to send a message, you speak, we're going to silence you. You know what I mean? And they're trying to scare people silent. Hang on 1 second. I got to turn this thing off. There we go. Which is shooters next to be taken out. Yeah, exactly. Like what happened to, what was the dude back in the day that got Kennedy? Can't even. And then they got him, Jack Ruby got him. Why am I drawing a blank on that? It's like most famous assassin in the last 50 years. Lee Harvey Oswald, they turned right around and whacked him. Yeah. And they said like he was being trained by the Russians. I think it was the CIA or somebody in our own country did it. Maybe the Russians were involved, but I don't trust our own government at all. Sorry. It's really hard to. It's some crazy shit, I'll tell you. What's it say? 3-letter agencies. Yeah, exactly. You know what? You got to wipe them 3-letter agencies the fuck out. Get rid of them. They're doing no good. FBI's criminal. They let all this bullshit go down, and then they try to blame shit that wasn't Trump's fault on Trump. Now there's things Trump might have done, but the shit that they were doing was fraudulent. The whole thing with the, Russian collusion or it's fucking bullshit. And here they got away with doing that so far. Wonder why my other live stream nobody came on there. It's been 8 minutes. Usually that's the one that does good. It's the other. Let me see what happened with that. Yeah, I got 8 minutes on that thing. Wait a minute. Hang on 1 second. Oh, shit. I think I just killed it. I just saw you put a comment up there. I hope, yeah. Wonder if I can go back in there. Yeah. Oh. Nah, it's down. Sorry, I fucked up. Yeah, 8 minutes. Nobody's on there. I had a notification go through. Uh, yeah, exactly. But the bots. Yeah, yeah. I didn't even have bots on there, which is weird. Every time I run that channel, it's there's a shit ton of bots come out first because I think that they gave me in the very beginning just to piss me off. They what's this say? Wait a minute. Something come across the screen there. Just when I started up that channel, the Legends and Tales channel was on its way out for a minute because I had 2 strikes on me. They were trying to do me, and that was about 2 years ago. And I started jumping over to that channel, and they wanted me to go with that as my main one. They wanted to do away with this one because I used to say all kinds of shit, shit that I wasn't holding my tongue for back in the day. And I'm starting to get to the point where, what's the fucking point? Like, why even try to censor yourself? They're doing it to you. Might as well scream your fucking head off at this point. Anyway, what I was getting to is they started to promote that channel and kill this one. And now I didn't get anything on there. That's what freaks me out because they send out like bots or fake subscribers. Sometimes they're real people, but all of a sudden they pop out of nowhere. Like, and the other live stream, I can't explain it. I ain't gonna waste my time. So it's just weird. So I'll just go with this channel for right now to piss off YouTube, I guess. Anyway, to get back to what I was saying, this dude at work said something about, Charlie assassination. His assassination was like destined to happen. He deserved it, and all. I'm looking at the guy like, what a fucking piece of shit, And he wasn't as young as some. He must have been in college at one point and bought into all this bullshit from the professors who wanted to warp these young kids' minds and basically tell them their parents are the problem. Their parents are their parents were out raising these kids. They're paying for these kids. The next generation, they don't even take care of their kids. Back in the day, the greatest generation, you call it, they went to war not because they wanted to, but because they were patriotic. We got attacked in Pearl Harbor. Nowadays, people run off and go to another country or, give the big middle finger. I wouldn't want to have to go to war, but if someone invades or something, I don't know. People are just different today. That's all I'm basically getting at. What's it? Something else I was going to say about that shit that pissed me off. Can't quite recall. It's actually something else I saw that's disturbing as shit, and I don't think people are realizing it. And I've heard this from couple little different YouTube things and on news reports over the last month or two. There's homeless people just disappearing off the face of the earth, like they're gone. Nobody can find them. Down in Austin, Texas, it's happening big time. These black SUVs are tinted windows, rolling into an area where homeless people are hanging out, and every now and then one of the homeless people disappear, and the other homeless people are saying it's happening pretty frequently. And to check that out, there's a channel I just saw. This was the final one that I just saw, or just the one a minute ago. It's In Real Time. This is the name of the channel. Go look at that. Now the guy that's talking, he's a drug addict, no doubt, but what he was saying was kind of believable. They're making people disappear because they're undesirables in society. And a lot of people say, oh, that's cool, clean up the streets and all this. Okay, yeah. But along the way, a lot of those drug addicts came back from the war and elsewhere, not just Afghanistan, but other places, Iraq, wherever. They did their duty, and they got hooked on drugs, probably over there because they had to kill people and everything else. Not trying to make an excuse, it just is what it is. So I can't even get to my point across. I just think that people. Wait a minute, hang on one second. People shouldn't just disappear. American citizens shouldn't disappear. Okay, that's bullshit. Even if they have an alcohol or drug problem, they're homeless, they're poor. These people are just disappearing. Look over there in California when Xi Jinping came over to visit. All of a sudden, they rounded up the homeless in that area, San Francisco, cleaned it up, and half of them were gone for good. They never came back. There's been I think you told me about. Hey, what's up, Fred? How you doing? If I'm not mistaken, you were telling me how a group of them got taken out to the desert and just dumped somewhere, and they had a hell of a time. A few of them got back, just probably dead out there, dropping them off. How you been, Fred? And according to this one homeless guy, he said the cops were like totally getting, what's that? So dry. He said that people are getting snagged up. Cops are taking their stuff. First off, what happened down in Austin? They rounded up some homeless people on this one street and brought them over to this one area, and were signing them up for, I guess, to get some kind of help or whatever. And then they took all their shit and threw it in a trash compactor, their tents, their everything, their backpacks, threw it all in the fucking trash compactor, according to this guy. And told them get lost, and if they got caught one time, it's a warning. The second time, if they're caught sleeping in the park, it's a fine. The next time, jail time. You know what? That's kind of fucking crazy. It made it so you can't afford rent. Now, these guys, most of them probably, like I said, have serious drug addictions, but there's some of them in there that maybe not. And also, like I was saying, they're war vets who lost their mind. We're going to throw them in, I don't get any of this shit. It's really a fucked up thing. What's it drier than a popcorn fart here in Indiana? No, no rain in the forecast for weeks. Speaking of popcorn, dude, how's the corn growing out there? Is it any good? And by the way, you're in Indiana, correct? Is all your corn out there being used for fuel for what do you call it? Ethanol? Because I think Tammy said at least a lot of it out in Ohio is. Is that true, Tammy? Tammy, didn't you tell me that Ohio's using all their corn crops for, is it ethanol? Okay. What happens if you try to sell it? Like if they say, fuck this. Well, first off, it's probably a shitty corn to eat. It's probably a hybrid or genetically modified for gasoline. Government forced. Yeah, good old government. It's crazy shit. And to get back to the other thing with Charlie Kirk, I can't even believe that's been on TV or that happened. And they didn't re-show that, did they? Was it like, it wasn't like a 9/11 deal where they keep showing it over and over. I didn't see it actually happen. I'm kind of grateful because evidently it was pretty damn gory. He got shot right in the frickin' jugular vein. What's this say? Hmm. I just got an ad for a line cook job over at Panda Express. It's down the road. I didn't apply there. That's probably just what's this? It's genetically modified. It's only good for what it's made for. Yeah, GMOs. Right. And they're worried about your carbon footprint and they want you to starve to death. So there's that. You know? Not enough food to go around. And they're trying to push a civil war to eliminate more people. Yeah, oh yeah, they're going ape shit over it. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about. It just pisses me off because it basically was sacrificed. Yeah, they needed a victim, and yeah, he's the one talking about guns, and they needed a white on white thing. It's the next thing I heard. A couple of black people were saying on a YouTube channel, white on white crime. The fuck. No food for people or animals in Ohio fields. It's crazy. The percentage of feed corn. And some corn is used for making cardboard. They're making cardboard out of corn. Never knew that, dude. You learn something every day, huh? You sure it's not cornboard? Cardboard out of that. Never heard of it. Huh. Hang on 1 minute. Let me see something. I got a drink in the trunk. I gotta get fucking hot in here. Get my soda out here. Hang on 1 second. Oh, man. Yeah, and what was the other thing I heard? Tree pulp. I've heard of that. Yeah, making stuff out of that. But I never heard making cardboard out of corn. It's crazy. I want the soda. I grabbed the water. Here's the soda. Corn oil for cooking is full of soy oil. What they're cutting it, they're using half soy, half corn. What's the deal with that? I guess soybean oil is probably the cheapest type of oil. Yeah, before I got on here, earlier this evening, soy isn't everything. Yeah, that's the truth. I had to drive. I did a DoorDash. It sent me like a half an hour ride, man. It's like, whew. It wasn't really worth it. I got some money for it, but a fucking half an hour. How does your food stay warm driving it for a half an hour to the house? You know what I mean? I never understood that. And what about carbon footprints? So I'm a offender of the carbon. Yeah, I'm polluting for a few bucks. Then you look at these assholes that fly their Learjets over to Japan for lunch in the afternoon and fly back over to Paris at night for dinner, then over to America, New York for nightcap. But they want you to give up your fucking shit. They want you on a fucking bicycle. Meanwhile, they're riding around limousines and shit. Welcome to our nightmare. It's fucking bullshit, dude. People need to really flip out pretty soon because it's going down the drain. Everything is. And by the way, you see all the governments that are starting to fall? France is gone. It's going down the drain right now as we speak. Nepal, there's burning the fucking palace down just a little while ago. Parliament, also, all kinds of shit. They're going bananas all around the world. So I bet you if they ain't already doing it, the elites are flying off to their bunkers right about now. They fucked everything up in the world. Now they'll take off and leave us in a hell of a fix. And what's this? Rich. Yo, I was wondering what happened to you, dude. How you been, dude? How you doing, bird dog? Rich. Can't read that. Bad sense. Russia's screwing with Poland. Yeah, I saw that. No, actually, I thought Poland's getting ready to strike Russia now. How you been, bird dog? Good seeing you. Yeah, I was like, wonder what happened to him. Thought maybe the government got you, dragged you away for talking to me. Anyway, I was just talking about all the crazy shit. Of course, the Charlie Kirk assassination. And what's that happening? Yeah. The whole thing with Charlie Kirk. And it was a fucking professional hitman, took him out, got him right through the jugular, sent a message to anybody else that wants to speak up, Fuck it. Now start screaming with a bullhorn. They're trying to intimidate everybody into silence, and then they're going to enslave us and wipe us the fuck out. Maybe not right away. It'll be one step, two step. They'll take their time and do it right. They've been going at it this long. They're not going to rush it and do something stupid again because they pushed the fucking COVID agenda too fast and people fucking saw through it. What's it say? McGooberman. Yeah, McGooberman. Yeah, but I mean, they were aiming to fuck up the world big time with the whole COVID thing because, they were rolling right along and they couldn't believe people were complying. It was probably like a drill or to see how far they could go, and they couldn't believe it. And they just kept pushing, and then all of a sudden, they hit a wall of resistance. People started speaking up, questioning shit, and they had to back off the accelerator because they had that motherfucker full out on. They were racing to the finish line to try to, get that 2030 agenda shit rolling. What's it say? So, wait a minute, what's this? This is how the Democrats are going to take care of the future Republican candidates. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because, at the end of the day, they have no right and wrong. They just have whatever it takes, or whatever you call it. There's no moral guidelines or nothing, do what thou will. It's like they're fucking paganistic, no morals, no nothing. Hate to say it, but it's the truth. They just, whatever it takes to win at all costs, even if that's sell their soul, and that's what they already did, in my opinion. What's it say? This will get a lot worse before it's getting very... yeah, dude. We're only in the beginning of it, the preliminary stages. It's going to get so fucking ugly, you won't even believe it. It's called tribulation. That's where we're heading into. Now, I'm hoping the other half of it is the truth, what's going on. They're talking about a rapture on the 23rd or 24th. Now, I know it says you can't pick the day or nothing, but God can. And a lot of people, and God also said that he would give visions and dreams to people. Maybe, you never know. What's it say? This will, wait a minute. We know better than to get, what's that say? That stinking arm ticket. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you ain't putting that shit in me, man. Yeah, you know what? They're coming right along with that because Bill Gates has been talking to Trump actually about a new, not just one vaccine. There's like 4 of them. He said they got that rolling out. They're gonna do whatever it takes to tag us with this fucking mark of the beast thing. Whatever the fuck it takes. And I've never seen something so fucking screwed up. I mean, they're adamant. And I really think back in the day when they were pushing the needle, the last time, they were doing everything they could to get it into you. I wonder if they already had something in that thing that, well, a lot of people died from it and they won't admit to it. But, I've never seen anything like that. First off, you could win a concert, not a concert, a contest. You get, or not a contest, a prize. If you got the shot, everything from a Burger King meal to a fucking, you can win a Cadillac just about. It's ridiculous shit. Yep, exactly. It's off the hook, dude. Wait a minute, hang on. What happened there? Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, I ain't consenting either, Tammy. Yeah, yeah, it was all kinds of crazy shit. You had that idiot up in New York eating a cheeseburger, telling people you can get fries and a cheeseburger if you just get one of these vaccines. Ridiculous. Free donuts, yeah. Nice healthful thing there, donuts. Yeah. Crazy shit. I sold my property in Florida. Yeah, you were saying that. A rental property in Louisville, Kentucky. There's a housing crash just around the corner. The cost of food, utilities, rentals is about to bust. It's getting to get bad. Yeah, I know. People are going to be shell-shocked. Probably that'll be the match to the powder keg to set off the whole thing. Economy crashing, civil war, all that shit. People are going to flip out. Right. You shouldn't have to be bribed. That's the weird thing. If it's medicine, why it reminded me of back in the day, actually in the movie Josey Wales, that one guy in the white suit, the carpetbagger trying to sell the cough medicine. Josey Wales, he says, that shit cures all them diseases, you said? And the guy goes, yep, and others. So Josey Wales spits tobacco on the guy's white suit and says, how's it on stains? And that's what they're doing. They're hawking these vaccines and shit. It's like the old time medicine shows back in the day. What's this? Yeah. It's crazy. I can't even believe it. I think they're going to try it again. They're going to roll that thing out and they're going to, pandemic, and this time it'll probably be something worse, You already closed PepsiCo bottling permanently in Chicago and Cincinnati, Ohio. Why is that? Why'd they shut Pepsi down? Because they want to starve those people, take away their industry. That's the same thing that happened last time. But people stopped drinking Pepsi. Well, I did because it sucks. Same with Coke anymore. They're using that high fructose corn syrup and everything. The shit's terrible. Snake Earl. Yeah, exactly. Snake. Yep. 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 Coke's on food stamps. Why not? Why wouldn't you be allowed to? Why wouldn't you be allowed to have Coke on that? It's our food stamps, right? What the fuck? I don't understand that. So, like, birthday party for their kid or whatever, and they can't buy soda and cake and shit. Or what's this? Because it's bad for you. Big Daddy government. Yeah. Now, because they don't have any money, so they don't have a right to have a lick of fun. Yeah. You should be able to have a limited amount, like maybe. I mean, I understand they want them to spend that on so-called nutritious food, but we don't have any of that in our country anyway. All the fucking garbage that's in our food, and the fucking fake plants, and the dickhead that's inventing plant burgers and all this shit. And he's buying up, Gates. It's all garbage. If anybody didn't realize that, all the shit that he's got is no good for you. Period. And yet, you can't have a soda or something with your food stamps. What's this? No candy, chips, or that's crazy. Should be able to have a limited amount. Like I said, what about like holidays or a birthday? You know what I'm saying? Halloween, if the kid, Easter. Personally, I can see, some of them holidays are paganistic and everything, but what's this? Beef is so high. Yeah, it's because they were killing off cattle, right, left, and up the center. They were killing them constantly. Same with the chickens. Sending how much the UN into Ukraine. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And you know what? Go dig around in Washington, D.C. See how much money goes to these politicians. Throw some kind of party or a fundraiser. They don't get told they can't have this or they can't have that. They're a bunch of scumbags. They're basically stealing money. Look at Nancy Pelosi, for instance. That inside trading. What the fuck? Why is Trump not arresting her? Why is he? They got her dead to rights. They got her big time. They're not doing anything about it. I can't figure that the fuck out. It's a big club and we're not in it. They don't have to worry about anything. What's that say? We can feed their wars, exactly, but not get homeless vets in homes. Yeah, exactly. Israel jets. Free. Yeah, exactly. Yep, and you know what? The worst part about that, $6 for a pound of hamburger, and it's not all hamburger anymore. Too, they're putting other things in there. Maybe that's where the homeless people are going. See what I'm saying? No, but I've heard that they're using fillers and shit in some of that ground beef. There was a chef that was on the other day on the YouTube. He says this is not when you break open a ground beef, it's got like strands in it. He's pulling it apart, and this shit was crumbling after cooked it. It's what's it say? It's garbage. It's right. It's right. You know where it isn't garbage? $100 plate dinners for the White House or whatever the hell it is, and it's fancy restaurants. They can get the real deal, but we're getting garbage. It's ridiculous. You know what? I wonder how much battery I have left on this. Yeah, we got plenty. Yeah, let me see this. $35? Are you shitting me, Fred? Holy shit! Yeah, when you go into fucking, I haven't went in and bought a burger at McDonald's or anything, but I've seen the prices, dude. My sister still goes in there, and she's saying it's getting outrageous. What's it say? Whatchamacallit took a dump. Is it? Okay. Me on my side. Hang on 1 minute. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I went in and fixed it, I think. Was it, could you see me at all, or was it the screen blank? Or did I freeze up? Give me a 5x5, you can hear me. Yeah, here comes. What the hell is that? Chopper flying right overhead. What's going on here? Oh, there you go. Sam and Andy. Who's that? Yeah, I just don't understand why they continue to bullshit us. Like, the whole Epstein thing and Nancy Pelosi. Still nobody's in jail. The fuck's up? Whatever happened to Biden's son? He's scot-free. And Biden, they stopped talking about Biden. He'll just fade into the background. Same as the guy from New York, Andrew Cuomo. That motherfucker should have been behind bars. He walked. I don't get it. I don't know how the fuck. I can't even believe anything the government says anymore. They're so full of shit. And you know what? Now they're pushing this whole fucking UFO agenda. Like, I don't believe it. Sorry. Fuck you. You're full of shit. Sorry, telling them. They could land right out in the parking lot over there. I'd be like, no, it's fucking fake. It's a bunch of midgets in suits. They're not aliens and painted their face green or something. I don't believe any of this bullshit. They also lied to us for 50 years, about Kennedy, Kennedy assassination, or they hid what happened. A million other things. Epstein supposedly hung himself. He's fucking living somewhere on another island, probably. Oh, about yeah, I did actually. I just didn't know the guy's name. I knew somebody took a dump on Pelosi's driveway. But you know what? That's not good enough. Arrest that motherfucking bitch. All right. Yeah, I was actually looking, trying to find your channel, Bird Dog. But you know what? I spelled the freaking name wrong. I spelled bird and then dog. So dog with a W in there. Gnome. I was wondering what happened to you, dude. I'll tell you what. A lot of my subscribers, like they're like, occasionally I'll get somebody will come on there and say, where you been and everything. Like they're not even getting my notifications. I've had people say, yeah, where, why haven't you been doing YouTube anymore? That was a while ago. I can't remember who it was. They weren't getting anything. So you got to go look because they're blocking it. Yeah, my shit's suppressed, big time. Charlie Kirk assassination. What's it say? Mike from around the Doug Hegman. Mike from around the world. You guys ever watch Paul Begley? Yeah, I think I'm probably just gonna kill this live stream. Come back and do on the weekend. Too tired. By the way, I started a new job. My other job was working at the stadium. That's done with. Season's over. Yeah, everybody's exactly. I was just going through the whole fucking thing earlier, and like everything was about uh, Charlie Kirk. Well, I think I'm gonna hop off of here. I'll talk to you guys probably on the weekend. I'm off. I think I'm off Saturday, Sunday. Gonna work tomorrow. Wait a minute. Hey, what's up, Jen Jen? How you been? Life's looking for you. Oh, look who's here. Say hi. My cat's with me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Just really ain't. It's too fucking hot in here. It's too fucking. I don't know. I'm just tired. You guys have a good night. I'm probably be on the weekend. Look for me on Saturday, maybe Sunday. Ah, there you go. Yeah, OJ said hello. And we're not talking OJ Simpson. Talking my cat, OJ. It's an orange cat. Named him after orange juice or Orange Julius. You guys have a good one. I'm just too fucking tired. I can't hardly even think right now. You guys have a good one. See ya.